Welcome to Outside the Box. I'm Susan Lucci, and I'm here with my co-stars from All My Children, Cameron Mathison, Bobbie Eakes, and the creator of All My Children, Agnes Nixon. We're going to ask each other some questions that you've submitted and some questions that are outside the box. I'll start with the first question. Okay, Cameron.
Yeah, it's to me.
This is from Juliana in Cleveland, Ohio. Over the years, many popular characters have died. Are there any that you were particularly sad to see go?
Good question, Juliana, from Cleveland, Ohio. I would say, yeah, you know what? It's funny how many people kind of come and go through the years and going off to different things. I think Jack Scalia, who played my dad for a while, who I found out later wasn't my dad.
Who I was engaged to.
Who you were engaged to before we started dating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything could happen in Pine Valley.
I was bummed to see Jack go, and obviously Esther Terblanche too, who was Ryan's first love. Obviously when she got shot in the head and they cut her heart out and put it in somebody else's body, that's never a good sign.
No, I don't know if you can come back.
That's even on daytime. That's tough to rebound from.
Jack Scalia could maybe come back. He was shot. We're not sure.
One bullet, no big deal. Sorry, let's go to the next question.
Okay, I have a question now. 67% of AOL television viewers would like to see Jackson and Erica back together. Do you, Susan, think, I know that hurts. Cameron, I'm sorry.
No, okay,
I know
okay,
Cameron's
okay.
going,
Just give me a
I
second to
can
recover.
hear you. I'm sitting right here.
Did you not know I was going to be sitting? Okay, go
Now,
ahead.
Susan, do you think that Jackson and Erica should reunite?
Well, I think that there's a lot of unfinished business, let's call it, between Erica and Jackson. I think it was just never really fully resolved, their relationship, and it's a relationship that the public has been so invested in. I think Walt Willie, Jack, has been missing from the canvas. Whether or not he and Erica really end up together, I think we want to see Jack Montgomery on the canvas as well, and I will just say, stay tuned.
And may I just say, does Erica ever stay reunited with anyone?
Bobbie, you're up.
Oh, this is Bobbie to Agnes. If you were still writing the show, what would be your top 3 storylines?
Well, 3, I have 40. No, I can't answer that from Demetrius in Washington, because it's not just up to me. I would have an idea and talk to the executive producer about it, and to Brian Franz, and and to the other writers. I mean, I've said it so many times. It's an ensemble effort. We're a family.
Okay, anyone can ask and answer. This is one for all of us. Best way to be killed off a soap. Gosh.
With another great job to go to.
Well, that's the best way. That's the best way. You're absolutely right. Doesn't matter how you go down, as long as you're going somewhere after.
And that's my story. I got killed off somewhere, and I ended up in Pine Valley.
Fantastic, and aren't we glad?
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. What is the most outrageous death that you brought a character back from?
Well, perhaps Darnell Williams, who plays Jesse.
Right.
I mean, there've been others also, but I remember just the other day when we were doing the thing at the Times, and that was Angela, Debbie Morgan, who plays Angela, was talking about how she said he was dead. She said the machine went flatlined. And I said to the audience, some of those machines you can't count on.
That's right. Okay, I'm going to talk to Bobbie. This is coming to you. And Stephanie, this is your question, and you live in Palm Beach, Florida. Here it is. What will you miss most about New York City, and what are you looking most forward to about filming in LA or Tampa?
Well, Cameron, I love New York City, and I'm so glad I had that opportunity to be there for 6 years. I think I'm going to miss being walking distance to all the wonderful Broadway shows. We could see a show if we just, if it was maybe 20 to 8, let's walk down and see what we can get tickets for. So I will miss that. But I'm kind of an outdoorsy person, so you just cannot beat the weather here. Would you go on an all-star season of Dancing with the Stars? You were great on Dancing with the Stars, by the way.
This question could be to Susan and myself.
True.
And Susan in New York, who asked that. I think now that I'm living in California, I would consider it for sure. If I was still living in New York, there's just no possible way that I would do it again.
Is this something that they're talking about, an all-star season?
Susan in New York is.
Susan is. Okay.
She's talking about it.
But you have not heard anything about that?
No, I haven't. I'm not in the running for the all-star of Dancing with the Stars, which I don't think exists yet. Would you do it?
I agree with you. I was insane to think that I could do it the way I did it, going back and forth. I mean, physically, could do it. You know, and the actual commute between LA and New York twice a week was fine because you got to lay down, in the airplane. But the actual lack of time for myself to learn that choreography and perform it well, I was terrified.
What was the piece of advice we had one of our writers with the phone? What was going on there? I can't remember, but I was like sitting there with my jaw hanging open. Do you remember?
You talking about recently?
Yes, recently. I'm leaving names out. But what was that was said? I really couldn't believe it.
If you don't know what you're supposed, if you don't know what your intention is supposed to be, just pretend that you smell something bad.
Oh,
that's what it was. That was the piece of acting advice. If you don't know what your intention is supposed to be, Agnes. So imagine.
I heard that.
Yeah, you did. Just pretend like you smell something bad.
Well, and wasn't there another line? And if you don't understand, just say the lines.
Yeah, that's another bad one. If you just say the line.
This is from Rose in New York, New York. What's next for Crystal?
Well, I just got a little tidbit of information today that I was not aware of before, but it looks like there is going to be some sort of a triangle with Liza and Tad and Crystal. It looks like Liza's going to be causing trouble for Crystal, which I look forward to that. I love working with Jamie Luner. Of course, I love working with Michael Knight as Tad. So that would be a lot of fun.
Oh, I look forward to watching those scenes. That should be great.
Camera to Susan. Meredith in Boulder, Colorado. Where do you keep your infamous Emmy?
Oh, I keep that Emmy center stage on the mantle with the fireplace in the living room. And I just love that I've got that Emmy.
I loved watching you win it. I went to that particular Emmys from the West Coast, and everyone in the room, I don't care what network you appeared on, everyone was thrilled for you.
Oh,
and I was on another network at the time, but everyone was elated.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll never forget the warmth that was coming from that audience.
Well, I would like to take the opportunity to thank you, Susan, Agnes, and Bobbie for being here. Of course, everybody at home, thank you for watching and sending in your questions. And be sure to watch All My Children on ABC. Thanks.